Good morning, everyone. I'm Kenda, as they said, from Pesticide. Some of you may already know me from getting your credits. The Delaware enforcement staff, we have Aaron Gurman as our Newcastle County inspector now. Dustin Borntrager is in Kent County, and Jimmy Hughes is in Sussex County. These are not the same. They're not ordered. Should be. Okay, well, go back to this one. Sorry, they're not in order of what they. Okay. The WPS update. DDA has been offering worker protection standard updates to the agriculture community to provide education about the changes to the law and provide them with the newest items for compliance. The 2017 and 18 requirements are in effect, and DDA can provide compliance assistant materials such as posters. And this is a picture. These two items are examples that DDA has given to the farmers for them to see the outline. And this green book on the left is the WPS How to Comply Guide, and the new 2018 compliant pesticide safety poster. They both are provided by us. So if you need those, all you have to do is contact our office. Okay. WPS record keeping. Application records must be documented within 24 hours of the end of your application, and multiple farmers across many miles. What do you do? This picture. Where's the picture?
We changed it. Same picture.
Same picture? That one's not on there.
We changed it.
Okay. There are posters put up at places, and some farmers may put a mailbox up so that you can get your stuff out of there if you're going to be doing the applications. Recent regulatory news. There's a news clip about the court ordering EPA to cancel all registrations of chlorophyll. This active ingredient is found in several agricultural insecticides, including cobalt, lorsban, and several generics. Okay. Insecticide on the market for 50 years plus and used in close to 100 countries. Registration of products are reviewed typically once every 15 years. And in 2017, EPA denied activist petition to cancel it. And 5 states, including Massachusetts, Maryland, Vermont, Washington, filed a lawsuit against the EPA. States claim in lawsuit by ending the agency's effort to ban the pesticide. Scientists concluded it can interfere with brain development. And just to touch on, the Ninth Circuit Court Appeals ordered EPA to cancel all registrations issued concerning pesticide residues on food products. And we're monitoring the federal rulings and will follow the EPA guidance. This is another news clip about glyphosate, which is Roundup. It's been in the news for a while, and Delaware has no plans to limit the use of it right now. The lawsuit, the verdict came from San Francisco's Superior Court of California, where a jury deliberated for 3 days. They found Monsanto failed to warn Dwayne Johnson and other consumers of cancer risks based on or posed by Roundup. It awarded $39 million to compensate and $250 million in punitive damages. More than 800 scientific studies and reviews have been concluded concerning that being a possible carcinogen. This was the first trial for more than 300 lawsuits against Monsanto under claims that widely used herbicide is connected to cancer. This picture we have here, we're just trying to let people realize that you cannot put pesticides in jugs that are not marked. You don't want to put something into one that says spring water, obviously, and you also don't want to put it in one that does not say what it is. That's not good. Somebody could accidentally drink it. Okay. My notes are not like they're supposed to be here. Jimmy, why aren't my notes right? Oh, here we go. Okay, EPA finalized, here's a C&T rule. EPA finalized new changes in December of 16. The new tentative effect date was May 22nd. And Delaware is establishing a new aerial category. And we're making the age minimum 18 for non-certified applicators. And annual training requirements for non-certified persons doing RUPs. And if you are one of my applicators, you know that we have moved now to Salesforce. We're trying to get everything to be paperless, and we went online last year. Renewals have been sent out again this year, and hopefully everyone has been able to follow Salesforce. And if you can't, all you have to do is call my office and I'll walk you through your renewal. This is just a picture, I know it's kind of hard to see back there, of your login screen. When you go into Salesforce, this is what you would see. You would go up to the top right corner and log in. And then once you're logged in, you'll go across the top and click on accounts or contacts, depending if you want to do your business or your certification. If you want it to look up courses to see what courses you could take for training, you would go across the top and hit courses. And then actually there's a button you would click down on and put in the category that you are so that you can see all of our classes. And this is much better than our old system because that had to be updated like a weekly basis. Every time we put anything in here, it's automatically here. So it's much more up to date. This one is just showing when you click on your company, this is what it would look like. Okay, let me turn the light back on. All right, this is a summary of application requirements. Please ensure you're familiar with all your manufacturer recommendations and requirements. This is only one example of the chart that needs to be followed for dicamba applications. We don't provide required dicamba training, but all applicators must be trained from the manufacturer prior to purchasing this product. This is our ESP program, the Environmental Suite Program. It continues to operate approximately one round of pickups per year, and it's free removal and disposal up to 500 pounds or 50 gallons of pesticides. Our container recycling program operates April through October. We have every Thursday is pickup day. Third Thursday of each month is the farmer drop-off. You can go to Georgetown and drop off all of your stuff there. This is a picture of what it looks like when they come to do the chipping. The chipping crew comes to Delaware with this big truck. We chipped over 40,000 pounds last year. This crew chipped all the Delaware plastic in 3.5 days. And we have discussed an option of getting our own chipper, but for the time being, we still are baling and chipping as needed. Okay. A possible bee kill. DDA received phone calls about possible bee kills. All the applicators, crop consultants, farmers, and field scouts must all communicate where the beehives are placed. If the bees are placed in an area that's not highly visible, make sure all parties are educated where the bees are so that no bees are killed by accident. All bee kills must be reported to EPA, and remember to follow all your label requirements about making application when pollinators are present. Okay, this is one of our main things we have in the summertime. We're kind of getting happy that summer's almost over because the airplane, people complain about that all the time. There's 2 separate inspection investigations DDA handled. The top picture was one of the many, I guess this picture over here. The top picture was a lady submitted to DDA for possible drift. Her dad is the farmer's crop consultant, and during her weekend barbecue, this application took place. All the guests jumped into her pool just in case. An investigation was done on possible drift. 4 swab samples were taken from her garage. All samples were non-detects. The lady and her guest said the whole area was drenched. We're not sure was it, or did they feel drift because they saw a close plane. The bottom photo, or I guess the bottom one, is a picture of a routine ag use observation. Dustin was inspecting the aerial applicator. The pilot made an application parallel to the road. The only thing between the plane and us was a telephone pole. After he sprayed the border outside rows of the crop, he began spraying the interior. Is there drift? And it says, luckily, I believe these people weren't home during the inspection. Okay, this one, we have 2 signs in Delaware. It says, this one says, no trespassing, no solicitation, and beware of the wife. I don't know if I think that's funny or not. The one on the right is from a gentleman's house that calls Jimmy every time a crop duster buzzes him. He believes that his trees are dropping leaves because of the spray application, and he calls at least once a week to complain about the aerial applicators. The second one is a neighbor of a complaint that we had to go and investigate. Okay. This one is about noxious weed. Todd Davis from our noxious weed section asked if there was any palmer in the field like this with the clients that you work with. The best method at this point is to hand pick it and place it in the garbage. Todd asked that everyone make their best effort to remove all palmer as best that you can. He reminded us too to use the best managed practices to limit the spreading of this weed, and you can always call Todd at Department of Ag with any problems or questions. Oh my. Okay, so wrapping up, even when you do everything right, bad stuff can happen. So please be careful. That doesn't look good at all to me. Okay, and as you can see, my time's running out, so thank you for listening and your cooperation, and we're wondering if there's any questions.
So the Moore's ban, so we can't not use fluid anymore because you have some, is that correct?
All right, the question was about chlorpyrifos and if you're able to use it. At this point, what is going on with EPA right now? There's a 60-day policy, so they want it canceled within 60 days of that deadline. So you still can use it now. If it's anything in the supply chain, you're still allowed to use, but eventually where they're going with it, it's going to be a full pull off the shelf, no more use, no more sale of it. So there's 2 ways they can limit it. It could be a stop sale, like effective October 1st, or it could be you have 30 days to get rid of your supply. So we'll educate the community as we hear more about it, but I believe it will be canceled, within the next probably 45 days now.
I'm just going to ask, and this is based on a court order, so if a court in California decides tomorrow that we need to stop using Roundup, does that mean that something similar could happen?
No, the question is about like limiting glyphosate in like Delaware or Maryland.
Well, no, I mean, like, for example, this insecticide, it said it was a court ruling that forced the cancellation of
Yes.
the EPA registration. So
Yes.
the courts can cancel registrations?
The courts can make EPA cancel registration. EPA is the one that has to do it.
Okay.
The court can't do it, but the EPA can order. The EPA gets orders from like the district courts. That's how it's done.
Okay.
Chris?
Kenda mentioned something about area applicator category. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, right now, like all the pilots that are in Delaware, they operate under 1A, which is general ag. And now we have to, with the new certification training rule, we're going to have to have a new category just for area applicators. The question is, will they be grandfathered in, or they have to take a test to be determined? Thank you.